Lila Tov, friends. I know it looks light outside, but the sun is actually beginning to set. And it was time for me to do bedtime live, even though it's not live. Because if you look over here, I have a very tired dog on my hands. So let's put her to bed. The first thing that she really likes to do, before I read story, of course, is to sing a little something. In a few minutes, we're going to sing the Shema together. But this piece of prayer, called Ufros Aleinu, is from our Hashkiveinu. And Hashkiveinu is a bedtime prayer. The words we're about to say are, shelter us, God, with your tabernacle of peace. So shelter us with your peace, God. It's very easy to sing. It goes like this. Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha, Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. One more time. Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha, Shlomecha, Let me tuck Molly in. I am going to tell you and Molly a story. This is actually the last night of Passover. Tomorrow night it will be over. I know, you're pooped. Just close your eyes. It's okay. And so I found a book called Kippi and the Missing Matzah. Kippi and the Missing Matzah. Don't worry, I'll show you the pictures. Elmo was very excited. Spring was coming, and his friend Kippi ben Kippod, Kippi the porcupine, was visiting from Israel. And Kippi was making a Passover Seder for all of his friends on Sesame Street. As Elmo helped set the Seder table, he sniffed happily. He could smell some wonderful smells coming from the kitchen. They were making him very hungry. Elmo couldn't wait for the guests to arrive. See the picture? Okay. Soon the doorbell rang. When Elmo raced to open it, he found Big Bird standing there with Bert and Ernie. Happy Passover, Elmo, said Big Bird. Happy Passover, Kippi. Happy Passover, echoed Bert and Ernie. Then Prairie Dawn arrived with Cookie Monster. After them came Harry Monster with someone Elmo didn't know. This is my friend Zelda, said Harry. She didn't have a Seder to go to, so I brought her with me. Is that all right? Of course it is, Harry, said Kippi. Everyone is welcome at a Seder. Come on in. It's a good book, I know. Everyone stood around and admired the beautifully set table. Then it was time for the Seder to start. Why doesn't everybody sit down? Kippi asked. So everybody did. What is this blue book on my plate, Kippi? Big Bird asked. Everybody else had one too. That's a Haggadah, said Kippi. It's the book that tells the story of Passover. What is Passover anyway? Harry wanted to know. I'm going to put the book over here, Molly, so you can see better. Passover is a holiday that celebrates freedom, Kippi explained. Many, many years ago, the Jewish people were slaves in ancient Egypt. The story of Passover is about how they became a free people. We tell this story every year at the Seder, and we sing songs and have a wonderful time. The Passover was a little different this year, wasn't it, Molly? We didn't have people come over. Yeah, it was still lovely though, wasn't it? And next year we'll have tons of people come over. What is a Seder? Prairie Dawn asked. It is a special meal that we eat on Passover, Kippi explained. All these are Seder foods. The matzah, for instance, is what the Jewish people ate when they left Egypt. Which is the matzah? Prairie Dawn looked confused. It's right over there, Kippi said, looking at the table. Then he looked again. The plate that was supposed to hold the matzah was empty. Elmo, Kippi said, where's the matzah? Elmo doesn't know, said Elmo. Big Bird, where's the matzah? Don't ask me, said Big Bird. I'm not even sure what matzah looks like. It's something you eat, Kippi said. It's flat and crunchy and looks like a big cracker. Has anybody seen it? Nobody had. Elmo, did you put the matzah on the table? Kippi asked. No, said Elmo. Did Kippi? No, said Kippi. Maybe it's still in the kitchen. But it wasn't. No. Elmo must have dropped the matzah on the way back from the store, Elmo said sadly. Then he brightened. Elmo will go find it. I'll go with you, Elmo, said Kippi. We'll go too, said Big Bird. Maybe we can help. Outside, people hurried along Sesame Street. Some of them were heading to Seders just like Kippi's. Old and young alike were gathering to celebrate the Passover holiday. We'll go this way, Big Bird told Elmo and Kippi. You go that way. Somebody is sure to find the matzah. Good luck, said Kippi. Elmo and Kippi looked everywhere for the missing matzah, but it was nowhere to be found. What are we going to do, said Kippi worriedly. We can't have a Seder without matzah. Wait a minute, I think I see a clue. Look carefully. Do you see what the birds are eating? It looks like crumbs. Just then, Elmo and Kippi heard a loud noise. What is that? Kippi wondered. Sounds like it's coming from Oscar's can, Elmo said. Elmo knocked on the can. Oscar, he called. What? Came Oscar from inside. Oscar popped his head out of his can, and there in his hand was the missing matzah. That's it, said Elmo. Our matzah. Oscar found it. Matzah, said Oscar, chewing on a piece. So that's what this is. Not bad. I bet it would even be better with some peanut butter and sardines. He bit off another piece. I don't like sardines, and I don't think that would be a very good meal. It's just between us. I don't want to hurt Oscar's feelings. Elmo needs it back, said Elmo. We can't have our Seder without matzah. But I'm hungry, said Oscar, and I like this matzah. Well then, said Kippi, I have an idea. Why don't you come to our Seder? There's lots of food there. Food? What kind of food? Oscar asked. Wait and see, said Kippi. I think you'll like it. So Elmo and Kippi took Oscar home with them. When they got back to Elmo's house, everyone else was already back. Did you have any luck? Big Bird asked. Yes, Elmo said. We found the missing matzah. Yay! Everybody cheered. So where's the food? Oscar wanted to know. Here, Oscar, said Elmo, taking something off the Seder plate. Try some of this. What is it? Oscar asked. Bitter herbs, Kippi said. What are bitter herbs? Oscar asked. A really yucky tasting vegetable, Elmo explained. Bitter herbs are supposed to remind us of how bad it is not to be free, Kippi answered. Oscar opened his mouth. Be careful, Kippi warned. Then Oscar took a bite. First his eyes began to water. Then he sneezed, not once, but 4 times. Powerful stuff, he gasped. These bitter herbs are all right. Here's something I think you'll like, Kippi said. It's a sandwich of bitter herbs and matzah. That's one of the things we eat on Passover. Great idea, sniffed Oscar. The Seder was a great success. Everyone listened while Kippi told the Passover story, and then they all sang songs and ate the delicious dinner he had prepared. Later on, as part of the holiday tradition, Kippi hid a piece of matzah somewhere in Elmo's house. It was like a treasure hunt. Everybody had to look for it. And who do you suppose found the missing matzah this time? Oscar again. Matzah, bitter herbs, pretty tasty, said Oscar. You know, Passover is a grouches kind of holiday. The end. And it's not just a grouches kind of holiday. It's our kind of holiday too. Now, the last thing that Molly and I do before we go to sleep is say the Shema. So get real snuggled up in your bed. And you can, if you'd like, place your hand over your eyes as a way of concentrating. And you're going to sing these words. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai, and one more, Echad, means one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. I hope you're all ready for bedtime. I think Molly is. Molly, good night. I love you.